native of Norwood, Massachusetts, it was easy for Noah Hanifin to fall in love with the game. The rising sophomore is especially happy to be at Boston College, affording him the opportunity to stay close to his hockey roots.
So what's your earliest memory of playing hockey?
Probably when I was like 4 or 5, the first time I skated. It was on a pond in my town. It's called Froggies, and it's kind of a place where, every winter I'd go and skate with all my friends. And it's kind of where I developed like a love for the game. And no one in my immediate family ever played, and my dad took me just to see how I liked it. And kind of since that moment, it really sparked my passion for the game, and I'll never forget that. Yeah, it was an awesome time.
So then, if it was no one in your immediate family, who would you say was the most influential person in developing you in hockey?
I would have to say my dad. My dad never missed any of my practices or games growing up. He was always the one driving hours to take me to rinks to play, and he was so helpful for me in my development. Yeah, I mean, no one in my immediate family played, but I'd have to say my dad was the one who introduced me to all my coaches that really had great roles, who were great role models for me. So yeah, that was my dad.
Hanifin made the decision to accelerate out of St. Sebastian School to enter Boston College at 17, making him the second youngest player to don an Eagles jersey in the Heights, when he took the ice for his first collegiate game earlier in October.
It was really tough. St. Sebastian's, I thought I was really close to that school and the headmaster there, and all my best friends go there, and to leave, it was a really tough decision, but, hockey's kind of a game where you have to make sacrifices and you have to move away from home and stuff like that if you want to kind of succeed in the game. And yeah, like I said, it was a really hard decision, but now that I was here and I got to experience this, it was definitely worth it. But in saying that, I'm still really close to the school, St. Sebastian. My little brother's in the 7th grade there now, so I still go back there and visit all the time, and it's kind of nice. It's like 10 minutes away from school here, so I'm basically still at home, so it's really nice.
You have to tell me, what was it like getting the phone call from one of the most prolific college hockey coaches and the most winningest college hockey coach right now actively, and Jerry Ork, wanting to know that if you would come and play on his team?
Yeah. It was unbelievable. I was really young when I decided to commit here. I think I was 14. I was a freshman in high school, and I was really young. And when Coach called me and talked to me about it, it was an unbelievable feeling. I kind of got the chills, and I took some time to obviously think about it with my family and stuff because I was really young. And but not too long after, I called Coach York back and met with him in person and decided to commit here. And I'm really happy I did that.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your skating ability? It seems like every time I saw you or anyone else throughout the season, you had a lot of ice time. I know it's not logged in college hockey, but I feel like you were constantly out there. You skate very well for someone who's quite big and on the defensive end. Is that something that's always been easy for you, or do you feel like that's something that you've gotten to progress and advance here at East?
I take a lot of pride in working on my skating ability. I think that's probably my strongest asset in my game, and I think I've always been a strong skater, but this guy named Tim Lovell, who I'm really close with, he's the head of the Boston Advantage organization, which is like a youth hockey program, and he's a skating coach. And when I was probably 6 years old, I started going to him like 4 or 5 days a week, and all the way up until summers now, I still work with him on my skating ability. He pushes me a lot, and I kind of credit him with improving my skating a lot and allowing me to play a lot of minutes out here. So.
For the past couple of years, scouts, coaches, and recruiters alike have fallen in love with Hanifin's style of game. He has the size, elite skating skills, and strength to compete in the top NCAA conference, as well as for his country and this year's past World Junior Championship.
Well, you had the opportunity to don your USA jersey again this year with playing in the World Junior Tournament. What was that experience like for you with getting to go abroad and getting to play in some really high-level games?
It was an unbelievable experience. Obviously we didn't get the outcome we wanted, but just being able to play in Montreal and experience playing in front of crowds like that and playing with such a great team representing your country in front of so many people was unbelievable for me, and I think it really helped me a lot in my development. My coach, who was working with the D in the tournament, Coach Ganato, he was my head coach last year, so it was really nice to be able to work with him again and stuff like that. And I think, coming back here from the World Juniors, I had a lot more confidence in my game, and I felt, a lot more comfortable out there, so it helped a ton.
Did it help at all knowing that you had a bunch of guys from Boston College that were on your team?
Yeah, it was really helpful, especially because I was one of the younger guys. I didn't know too many of the older guys going in. So just be able to have guys like Demko and Ian, and even Steve was there for the whole trip, basically. Just having them around was awesome for me.
Well, one of the major moments in your life is coming up for being an athlete at any point, but you're getting to go into the NHL Draft. Mm-hmm. It's your year. Mm-hmm. What's that excitement like building up for you right now? Yeah,
it's really exciting. I've been kind of looking towards this moment my whole life, and now that it's almost here, it's pretty insane. I'm leaving in like a month. We're going out to Florida for it, and it's nice. I'll have a few Massachusetts kids out there like Jack and Eichel and Colin White will be out there, and we'll be here next year. So it should be an unbelievable experience, and I'm really excited to see what happens. So.
Do you feel at all any pressure put on you with how high you are right now in the draft lottery?
Not really. I think this year was really helpful for me. Just, I had so many great guys on the team that, helped me not really pay attention to it. I could just focus on getting better every day. And, I think now that the season's over, I'm definitely trying to think about it more, because I'm not playing every day. And, I'm kind of just getting ready for the combine and the draft. So it's definitely kind of consuming my mind a little bit more. But it's a good thing. It's something I've looked forward to my whole life, and now it's almost here. So.
Well, how do you keep those nerves away of thinking about all the time? But how do you kind of focus in on knowing and pinpointing what your skills are, what you can showcase to the NHL?
I'm a big believer in just everything happens for a reason. No matter what happens, where I get drafted, I'm gonna go to the team that wants me, and I think that's the most important thing. And obviously after the draft, there'll be camp, like rookie camp and stuff like that, where I can go and kind of, showcase my skill a little bit and hopefully put on a good performance for the team and, meet some of the guys who I'll be going through the process with, and so it should be really good. So I'm looking forward to it.
And you're one of the 3 guys that are in the top 10 that play college hockey right now that are expected to go in the draft. What do you think that says to your ability and to Jack and to the rest of the guys that play here in Hockey East?
Well, I think it speaks volumes to college hockey. Obviously Jack and Zach, they're great players in general, but I think all 3 of us definitely can say that we developed through playing college hockey this year and playing against older competition, and getting that training off the ice and being well balanced guys by obviously studying in the classroom and stuff like that. I think it all comes together and helps us. But it is nice. I know Jack and Zach really well, and it should be great going to the draft with those guys.
Noah's ability to hang around the blue line and effortlessly switch between offense and defense in a split second is by far his most defining characteristic of his game. But it's his unyielding tenacity to evolve and develop with each stride he skates that will shine through the brightest on June 26, leaving no NHL team to underestimate him.